What's up, everybody? It's yours truly, RicoVibes, and welcome to another edition of Take 5 Podcast. My very special guest today, I like her name because it's a star quality name, Miss Nicole London.
Oh, what's up, Rico? Everybody always say that. One day maybe it might go up into lights somewhere. I don't know. In a positive manner, hopefully.
See, you're already a star. So how are you?
About that, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Good, Rico. How about you?
I'm doing good. The year started off positive.
I know, same for me. So it's a good thing,
Absolutely. Now you're an entrepreneur in the Caribbean scene here, but
yes.
you're Guyanese, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Were you born there?
No, I was born here. I'm first generation American. Both my parents are Guyanese, though.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Well, you've been there, of course.
I have been there. I went in 2016, and I also went when I was much younger.
Okay.
So we went in 2016. My mom hadn't been back in like 44 years.
Whoa.
So me and my sisters, we surprised her and took her a trip to Guyana in 2016. So that was fun.
Of course, you grew up with the culture around you. And
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. And then, I was born in New York, so
that's the Mecca of
right,
the Caribbean without being in the Caribbean.
Without being in the Caribbean, absolutely. Between there, I guess, and I would say Florida, maybe the other place too.
Yeah, a little bit, but Brooklyn.
But Brooklyn is
Brooklyn,
it. Yeah,
absolutely. I spent 25 years in Brooklyn. So
yes,
I'm
a Brooklynite all day, every day.
There you go. So you also have other businesses here before we get to what we're here to talk about.
Yes, I do. I have a partnership with a barbershop on the Covington Highway. It's called Elite Barbers Barbershop.
Right.
And that's right next to International Roti House. I think
I did your grand opening.
February. You did my grand opening. I think it's 3 years.
It's got to be longer than that.
No. I think it's 3 years. When was I don't know. Lord,
I thought it was before COVID, wasn't it?
It was before. No, it wasn't before
wow.
COVID.
It just seemed like time flies.
I think it might have been 20. It could have been 2020 or 20. It had to be 2021. I'm gonna tell you why, because we opened up like springtime. And
I remember it was nice outside.
It was still nice outside.
Yeah.
It was nice outside. So it was springtime. And we were trying to figure out how to do the whole COVID thing, because if it was during COVID, then we wouldn't even be considering. But yes,
so I guess 3 years went by fast.
3 years.
Wow.
It's been 3 years. Yeah.
How is that doing?
It's doing pretty good. We have two barbers and a hairstylist right now. Okay. We are looking for more barbers, so we're definitely there. We
barbers are a commodity now, man.
Yes, they are.
When I used to cut my hair, a haircut used to be what, $10, $15?
Oh no,
now it's like what, $50 a month?
Yeah.
Wow.
It went
it's a
up.
great time to be a barber.
Right? Inflation. But we are definitely looking for barbers, and we're looking for good barbers, because the two barbers we have already is pretty good. But the one thing is we have a great walk-in.
So it's a busy traffic area.
Oh, yes, a lot of busy traffic, because International Roti House is right next door, and then they have the store at the corner.
Right.
So
and
then there's a beauty supply next door, and then there's a printer shop.
Right,
so there's a lot of foot traffic there.
Wow.
So and that's old fashioned way, to be honest with you, foot traffic, right? Because everybody does like IG and all that. So if the person who came in, if they even were kind of fresh and new, if they did their IG and their foot traffic, they'll build up quickly. Both those barbers built up fairly quickly, to the point now that they do appointments. So we need somebody. We need one or two more guys.
You have extra 2 chairs.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. How do they reach out to you?
You can give me a call at 678-886-6504 or 347-491. Lord, I can't remember. 391-4447. That's the shop number.
Gotcha.
Either way, they can get in touch with me. So.
All right, and you always do you still do real estate here in Atlanta?
Yes, I do still do real estate. I actually own a brokerage as well.
Okay.
My territory is from Grant Park all the way down to about Camp Creek. It's called Maximum One Elite Realtors.
Okay. Cool.
So yes, right now we're virtual. We're a virtual office. We did have an office, and the lease was up, so it's time. But I want to look for someplace else.
Gotcha.
So they were trying to be really ridiculous on the price.
Yeah,
so
prices are getting
and we
crazy
have to
here.
Be careful. And you have to be careful when you have a business. Yeah. You want to make sure that you can service any people that you have, your agents, whatever, whoever it is, you can service them correctly. So right now we're virtual. So yeah, I mean, it's been going pretty good with that so far.
And now you're getting into another line.
I don't even know how I got into
it's
that.
Entertainment, but it's business at the same time.
But I also have before we get into that, I also have a registered real estate business in Dominica.
Ah, yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do.
You went next door to my neighbors in Dominica.
Who's your neighbors?
Being from St. Kitts,
St. Kitts,
Dominica is my neighbor.
That is the neighbor. Yeah. Okay, so wow, yeah. Yep, so we have a registered real estate business there now, and hopefully it'll start picking up because I'm starting to see a little bit more. Now that the climate in the United States and people not really being sure, I am actually starting to get some phone calls in reference to Dominica, and people are starting to recognize Dominica just a little bit more. A lot of people didn't even know who they were. They would think it's Dominican Republic. Right, they would think it's Dominican Republic. So that I am very prayerful that that will pick up.
So what exactly do you do there?
Atlanta. Same thing.
Same thing?
I have a brokerage there, and it's going to be, sell, buy, that type of thing.
Gotcha.
The regulations are a little bit different there. But the one thing that's great about Dominica, and most people don't realize, is that you can actually get financing because, in most Caribbean countries, you cannot finance
especially when you live here.
Especially when you live here. No, they have a great program. And I just was talking with some people, and we are looking into some other things. So we're looking for some investors, actually, for some sustainable homes.
Gotcha.
So, so if anybody,
so you build from scratch, or the homes are built already? How does it work?
They have both. They have a lot of untapped land. Wow. Like the place is very untapped, and it's a beautiful place, So, St. Kitts would have been my other choice. That's where I'm gonna. We gotta
get you into St. Kitts and Nevis,
right? And Nevis.
Yes,
that's my. Dominica is gonna be my third part of my life. Brooklyn was my first part. Atlanta was my second, and Dominica is gonna be my third part of my life. But I want to sell real estate all through the Caribbean. Period.
Gotcha.
So
that would be great.
Yeah, St. Kitts actually was one of my choices, but it's more expensive than Dominica, so that's why it's gotten expensive. So St. Kitts was. I've been to St. Kitts and I liked it a lot.
It's beautiful. I have some land there, so
do you?
I plan to do something with it. I don't
know
what yet.
Yes, please do.
I know.
Yeah, it'll be worth something.
People was like, "Why don't you sell it?" Nope.
Do not sell it.
No.
Don't do it.
No. My dad left it, so
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cultivate it. Talk about your section.
Okay, I have a section for Atlanta Carnival. It is called Mystik Fury. Lord, I don't even know how I got sucked into this, but I did.
You got sucked into it? So it wasn't your choice?
No, it wasn't my choice.
Really?
Lucian. Lucian came to me and was like, I think you could do this. And I was like, I do real estate. Let me stick with that. That's where I'm at. And I told him no first, and then he came back again and talked to me again. And I said, okay, well, let me think about it, And then I thought about it, and I was like, okay, let me see. I asked some questions. We have our chat here, Atlanta Limers chat, that we have a bunch of friends. And I knew one of the girls in there that she did the carnival stuff. So I asked her about it, and we talked, and I was like, okay. And she's like, no, I think you could do it, about whatever. So I designed the costume, and she breathed life into my design. Yes.
Oh, so were you a designer before?
No, just I used to. My first career was cosmetology.
Okay.
So colors and things of that nature, that comes natural to me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's the whole beauty industry, right? Okay. So I designed the costume. I don't know how to draw, so my aunt drew it for me. So I have artists in my family. So my aunt drew it out for me, did a sketch, because when I tried to draw it, it was a mess. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Rico, you have no idea. Those poor people that look a mess, okay?
Oh, Lord.
So I said, okay, this is not going to work. I'm not going to, because I was like, try to sketch it out and see. Tried. So my aunt sketched it out for me. She did a great job, both the female and male costume. And then I talked to Allison, and Allison, she saw the design. She told me who I need to do to get the wire done for the backpacks. Right. And then that person feathered it. It didn't come out exactly the way we wanted it, but when they sent it, Allison breathed life into the whole costume.
She tweaked it.
Oh my gosh, she tweaked the backpack. She did the bodywear. We did the bodywear together.
Right.
My house, inside of my house was a mess. Jewels, cloth, all types of stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but it was. At first, it was nerve-wracking, but then to see the end product, you realize, well, okay, the work did not go in vain.
Have you played Mass before?
I played Mass,
Yeah.
Who
did you play for?
A long time ago.
Oh, a long time
Yes,
ago.
before
Okay.
my son was born, actually.
How old is your son?
My son is going to be 21 this year.
Oh, wow.
I
That's a
didn't
long
play
time
Mass
ago.
with Atlanta since the year before my son was born. And I wanted to play when I was pregnant, but they would not let me do it because they said I was
people recently though.
Yes, but they said I was too close to my due date. It was June and it was in May.
Okay.
And I was like, I could just hop on a truck and the doctors want you to walk,
Right.
and they would not let me do it. And happened so my son came early. He came in April instead, but then it was too late for me to get a costume at that point.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that was the last time I jumped in Atlanta, but I've jumped outside the country.
Gotcha.
I'm more of a fetter. I like to fet. I like to...
But that big costume.
Right, I like to run with the people in the carnival and do all of that and fet and go to the parties, but then I did Dominica's carnival last year, and I'm going to do it again. Okay. So, yeah.
So you did the band launch already?
So we did the band launch
Which
January
band
18th. It's with Glitz and Glam.
Okay, Glitz and Glam. Okay.
So that's their first year. It's my first year. So we've already done our band launch, and it went off pretty well.
That's good.
It gets a little thing in the back, and like, okay, you're trying to hurry up and make sure everything goes well. So I had a good time.
How many people did you have in your section?
I had three girls and one guy.
Okay.
So yes, I have 4 people for my section.
What's your goal?
What do you mean?
What's your goal? How many people you want?
Oh man, I have lofty goals. So, and everybody said, "Wow, for your first time." So, I would love anywhere from 50 to 100 people in my band, in my section portion. If I can get closer to 100, that would be even better. Because if anybody who knows me knows I'm all about the fun. Okay.
Wow, and this is for the actual carnival, not Juve, but the carnival.
Carnival.
Okay.
Yes. So I am working on the Juve aspect as well. So we're working out some details in the back.
Gotcha.
So once all that is done, hopefully we'll be jumping with vibes and rhythm.
Okay.
So,
but
we just have to work all the details out.
Right,
I have to get back with them and finalize some things. So
we got what, a couple of months?
We got a couple of months.
A couple of months left.
Yeah. So.
How does folks get in contact with you, and all that stuff?
If you want to order or take a look at the costumes, we were able to actually get majority of the stuff up on the site yesterday. So the site was already up. It was just a matter of pictures. We were waiting for editing and all of that.
Gotcha.
So it's called Mystik Fury with a K, MYSTIK, Fury.com, mystikfury.com.
Got it.
Yes, and you can call me at 678-886-6504 if you're running into any issues. I always answer the phone. If I don't answer, please text me because I am definitely all about customer service.
Absolutely.
So
who came up with the name?
I did.
So why Mystik?
I don't know. It came I don't know. That's the name
Something
that came
mysterious about it?
I don't know. I guess
just came to you.
Yeah, it came to me.
Yeah.
I like the part of the Fury because Fury is like, to me, us jumping up on the road, having fun, some mystique to it because I did use the colors of Guyana and Dominica mixed together because Dominica is my place right now, and Guyana and Dominica have pretty much the same colors.
Similar colors.
Dominica just has lavender, so I was able to incorporate the lavender so that way it still looked good.
Nice.
Nice. And people asked me, they was like, "How did you figure out lavender would go good?" I said I was a hairstylist before, so colors come easy for me. So yes.
Okay. What's next?
I don't know what's next, man.
The world is your oyster.
The world is my oyster. Yeah. Really, what's next is honestly 2 things: growing my real estate business here and growing the business in Dominica as well. So those 2 things are going to be my priority.
How do you separate the two, though? Do you separate the two?
What do you mean? Because they're 2 different needs.
They're 2 different, but then how do you decide how much energy to put into here versus Dominica?
Well, because I've been doing real estate 23 years already. Okay. It's been a minute.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Wow. So a lot of my real estate business come from referrals. Gotcha. And I'm going to work on actually not growing my referral business, but my brokerage. I'm looking for more agents as well. Okay. So as far as that's concerned, that's what I'm really trying to do. And then I have, like right now, I have another agent who is also international. She's doing Dominican Republic. Okay. So we're trying to incorporate being more of a brokerage, our brokerage to be more of where agents can do dual business, Got it. Because a lot of people are interested in moving out of the country or having a second home.
Especially now.
Yeah, especially. Well, and then they want to do it for investment purposes, right, Airbnb, things like that. They realize that there's a way to make extra income off of a property they purchase elsewhere. Right. So
if I'm going to Dominica and I want an Airbnb, if I'm going for Carnival, whatever, can I contact you?
Oh, yeah, you can actually contact me because I know quite a few people in Dominica who have Airbnbs. Okay. So, yes.
Do you get benefited with a fee or whatever?
No? Okay. So I don't ask for a fee.
Just an extra added service.
Yeah, just an extra added service. Okay. I don't feel like I have to have my hands in the pot for every bit of money. I don't feel like that. That's just not how I operate. Okay. So,
right. How do folks follow you on social media and Mystik Fury as well?
Okay, so we have Mystik Fury Instagram, and then I also have Elite All White. So Elite All White is with the radio station. I forgot I'm on the radio too.
Yes, right? We're going to talk about that as well. You have a radio Tuesday nights from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.?
Yeah, Tuesdays from 8 to 9. So I have Elite All White, which is the radio. I kind of mixed in the Mystik Fury at first because I didn't have a page, but I did decide to open a page on my IG for Mystik Fury. Yes, because I already have a design for next year in mind. So I realized, guess what, Nicole? Looks like you're going to do Carnival again next year. So I just decided to open up that IG as well. But yes, and I also have for my real estate, Max One Elite Realtors, MAX and the number 1 Elite Realtors on Instagram.
What made you get into radio though? Did somebody get you into that as well?
Yes. Bowie approached me.
DJ Bowie, okay.
DJ Bowie approached me originally and said, I think you do really well at radio. And I looked at him, said the same thing. I do real estate. I don't do that. And he was like, no, we can incorporate your real estate as well. Right. So I said, okay. I was like, because I am really big on, because real estate is my actual real thing, anything I do, it has to incorporate that, right?
I mean, that's your bread and butter. So
that's my bread and butter. Yeah. So he says, no, we can have a real estate segment. He's like, because people are always interested in real estate, which is true.
That is true.
It's very true. And so I went from that, and then we didn't have, the station went virtual, and then we it died down a little bit, and then Lucian approached me about going on the radio again, and then I end up with my own show after that. So, and then after March, the end of March, I should be going, because my show is an hour now, but we're going to go an hour and a half because we realize an hour is just not enough for my show. So we want to be able to do an hour and a half so I can really dedicate 30 minutes to real estate and then an hour, because it is all about spotlighting real estate culture and bold ideas. So we want to make sure we have enough time for each segment. So,
All right. How does folks advertise on that show? Or can you advertise on that show?
You absolutely can advertise. If you want to sponsor, you can. Just give me a call at 678-886-6504. 678-886-6504. You can text me or you can call me. But yes, we are definitely looking for sponsors. We're looking for sponsors for my section 2 for Mystik Fury. That's a lot of people they having their eyes on stuff.
Yeah.
We got, swag bags need stuff. So let's talk.
Hey. All right.
All
right. Anybody you want to shout out before you go?
My mommy, she's always supportive. My mommy is always so supportive of everything that I do. So my mom, yes, I want to shout out Caribbean Life Radio as well. They are very supportive in the things that I want to do and endeavors. They tend to introduce me to different people, on the real estate side. So
Lawrence and DJ Reds, of course.
Right, and DJ Reds, yes, and Candy and Lawrence. DJ Bowie for getting me involved in all this stuff to begin with. He's the one who got me spiraled into all of this.
Right,
So
right.
definitely DJ Bowie as well. So I definitely thank him and he's just a very good friend.
That's good.
Yeah, very supportive friend. You don't find too many supportive friends,
Not
and
in
he's
these
one of them. Not these
days.
days.
Yeah.
So he's a very supportive friend, and IMT Gold. She did the makeup for the carnival.
Really?
Yes, and
Okay.
she did such a fantastic job. Like, my model stood out. So
That's
the
what's
models
up.
that she did,
That's what's
they really stood out. So
That's what's up.
her Instagram is IMT Gold, TEE Gold. So yes.
Well, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too,
All of the
Rico.
entrepreneurs in our community. We got to give them a special shout out, and you're
Thank you.
definitely one of those with multiple
Multiple things, right?
businesses. True West Indian.
I know, right? As I sit and talk about it, I say to myself, how do I find time to do all this stuff?
We make the time.
Yeah, you do.
Make the
You find
time.
the time to do
Yeah.
certain things. That's definitely true.
All right. This has been a special edition of Take 5. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. That's youtube.com/RicoVibes. And also log on to the radio station 24/7, the Flavor Radio. And we'll catch you next time. My special guest, Miss Nicole London. Love the name. Love the name.
Thank you.
My special guest today, Miss Nicole London. We'll catch you next time.
Every day I rise before the sun to make sure our food is perfect. At Golden Crust, we cook everything from scratch because that's what it takes to live up to the name. We bring authentic ingredients from Jamaica to make sure everything tastes just right. And when I say our customers enjoying our food, it makes it all worth it.
Dad, can we get some of this and some of that and this and that?
Golden Crust Caribbean Restaurant. Real Jamaican food cooked from scratch.